Yo, what's up everyone? We're back with another episode of Road to Max Gear Score. We're actually doing two of these episodes in a row right now. No particular reason. Actually, there is a particular reason. Honestly, right now in this game, there's like not much to do. I'm doing my trade skill aptitude right now for my harvesting or gathering. Yeah, harvesting, I was right. So I'm trying to get the emerald from this, but as I was saying, I just think like right now when it comes to in-game content, it's just like grind to 600, but it's a weird like, like phase the game is in right now. The thing is about this game right now is that people can be completely maxed out 600 gear score and all that. I could be running 540, 580 gear when like in PvP and still just beat them, destroy them. Like, I mean, I don't know obviously who's wearing what, but it's like, when people are really good geared, like you can tell. But at the same time, it's just like I can still wear 540, 580. If I'm better than you at PvP, I'm just gonna beat you. So it kind of just puts you in a weird position. Like, do I really want to keep grinding for gear score, or should I just have fun and just PvP all day? And that's what I've been doing a lot. Like, I've been wasting a lot of my money just going through different builds and seeing what works and what doesn't, because it's like I don't really have to get best in slot and get, that max 600 gear score when I can just get some 580 stuff and be completely fine. Kind of feels like the gear score grind is kind of like secondary. Like, I even seen a video that someone uploaded. They were talking about how, boosting your gear from 600 to 625, there really isn't a big difference. And I'm like, man, like you're barely getting any more attribute points or percentage points on any of the equipped skills in your gear. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like right now it doesn't seem like in-game has much to offer in a weird way. Like, there's a lot to do, but it's literally just for numbers, Like, you're just getting numbers up, but those numbers don't really equate to much because they just don't. What they really need to do is just get that ranked PvP in here. Let people actually show how good they are at the game rather than just going into outpost rush and killing people that are probably way below your skill level. You can't really, see how good you really are. Or what they need to do is add damage numbers, like results after expeditions. They need to show like who did the most healing, who did the most, DPS, took the most damage and stuff like that. I think that would make, expeditions more, I feel like that would give expeditions more of like a information base on your side, like gives you more information on how your build really works, like how good your build really is. Right now, I think that's the thing. It's really hard to tell like how good your build really is because everyone else, especially in PvP, are playing completely different builds. Maybe you just like ran into a tank, so your build's not really gonna be effective against them. But I always want to see, like obviously in Outpost Rush, they'll show you your damage numbers and everything, but I just feel like Outpost Rush is just so much going on. It needs to be like, 2v2s or solo. I'm assuming that this group right here is gonna go and do a portal run, and so I'm 100% gonna go and join this. I almost have my trade skill aptitude anyway, so I might as well just join in this. I was actually thinking of doing like a paladin build, like sword and shield and life staff, because like my best gear that I do have right now is straight like constitution, and I feel like it would really work if I just do constitution focus. I feel like it would be good for PvE. Obviously PvP is not really gonna get you much. It's just crazy when I think about it though, because it's just like, man, all these people right here were all trying to get to 600. As soon as a new update comes out and the umbral shards are out with the new mutation system, like it actually might be even harder to level up. I don't know, to get your gear score up, because people are going to be taxing to get into these expeditions. Like, there's no way they're just gonna let you get in there, for free. You're gonna for sure have to pay 3 to 4K to get into some of these mutations dungeons, and in the higher end ones, you're paying a lot more because you gotta have the right gear with the right resistances on it. So it's gonna be really hectic with no queue system. Solo players are gonna be, I don't know. Solo players are not gonna have a place in this game. You know, I wouldn't necessarily say just solo players, maybe more casual players. You know, when it comes to in-game, you're not really gonna have the best experience, maybe. Because in this game, if you don't keep up, you're gonna be behind. But at the same time, like as I was saying, you don't really get behind in this game as much, at least right now, because the way the gear is set up, like the gear doesn't really, you know, equate to being like, you know, you're a good player, gonna put out max damage or whatever. Like, at least for PvP, like, you know, as I say, you can still get played by someone who's wearing 580 gear. So it's like, I don't know. You know, if they had a ranked PvP system in this game, I'm not gonna lie, I would be grinding that. Like, the PvP in this game isn't like, you know, crazy complex. Like, obviously, like, the PvP in this game isn't bad. Like, it's super fun. But I just feel like a ranked system is really gonna show you who's good and who's not. Like, simply. I know it's gonna really push people to use the meta more often though, which is gonna be kind of annoying, just going into ranked matches and top ranked, just people playing the same meta. But you know, it's really gonna come down to who can play the meta better. One thing I'm looking forward to, I know it's gonna take a while for it to even get here, but it's for them to add the great sword. I feel like the great sword is gonna be something like, I don't know. They said the way the great sword works, they're gonna base off like a new type of style where it's like you're basically like the weapon is like, you know, it works off of what stance you're in. You know, I don't know if, what they're gonna have, like defense stance, maybe attack stance, speed stance. I don't know what they're gonna do, but supposedly the weapon's gonna work like that in some type of way, and I think that's gonna be really unique to the game. You know, like a lot of the weapons kind of feel just, I don't know, they don't feel like they're that unique. They just do what they do. Man, when they decide to up the level in this game to 66, I don't know what they're gonna do, because they're gonna have to find another way to keep new players into the game. Because once you get to 66, there's gonna be a lot of grinding. Like, being a new player and coming into the game, first you have to get to 60, then you have to get all your gear score to 600 before you can even get to 625, and even then you would have to get to 66. Like, I feel like if they add 66 as a level, would people even, you know, get to 625 at 60, or would they like get to 66 first, then start going to 625? Because you're not going to get your gear score to 600 by the time you hit, you know, level 60. So most likely, if you're a new player and you just got into the game when they added 66, you'd get all the way to 66 first. Then you'd probably start doing your gear score stuff. But I'm assuming, like, you know, it's going to be an expansion when they do add new levels, which can be a lot more content, a lot of new stuff. But it's like, I don't know, those new players are going to have to grind for sure. I'm not really sure how it's going to work out. Okay, we're done with that. Let me go ahead and see if I can get any expertise bumps here. Save these shards, because this is going to make you some money in the next update. When they do make it to where they're tradable, it's definitely going to be some cash. Let me just run through these. Any bumps? No. Alright, I'm back to farming for some herbs, and I have the paladin build. I really need to figure out what I want to play in this game, because I'm going to waste so much time doing this, I swear. Like, right now, it's kind of weird. Like, the roles that I want to play, like, you know, being tanky, it's cool, but it doesn't really work well in PvP, you know? Like, being a tank in Outpost Rush is fine. You know, you can really do what you gotta do, but in the future, hopefully they add 2v2s, or even just duels in general. Being a tank really isn't, you know, the best thing to do. You want to just have DPS, be kind of bursty. Same things with healers. Healers really only work in Outpost Rush for PvP. I don't really think healers should, you know, be doing damage anyways in PvP, but, you know, I just feel like those are two roles that are kind of taken out from, like, the smaller scale PvP scene. Alright, and there goes my trade skill aptitude, my emerald. I'll probably go ahead and get my obsidian gypsum right now. Alright, I was gonna get the obsidian gypsum, but I can't solo with this build right now, and there was no one over there So it's kind of tragic. So I'm gonna go ahead and get what I do have. I already turned in a lot of gypsum earlier this morning. I actually wasn't recording anything, but let's go ahead and finish these up. All right, let's go ahead and open up these two hands and chest. Hands of 533 and chest of 546. Very solid, but that's going to be it for today. I really just wanted to talk about how I felt about the current state of the game and all that. So that's pretty much it. If you like this video anyway, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I'll catch you guys later.
In the nighttime, it get tricky. Mess with me, we send that boy straight to whoop. Straight to the backseat. Put him work up in the nighttime and it's getting tricky. I put my sweat and my tears in this bitch, so I swear to God it's getting busy.